more people can see these videos, you know. So first of all, we're gonna do one of the first few attributes you can get. There's kind of a whole cycle of them. It's the strength ones that give you strength. There is 4 kinds of them. There's flash, quake, bolt, and arrow. They each get harder and harder to get. So the first one is flash. Flash is probably the easiest one to get. All you need is a common combat attribute and fuse that with an uncommon attribute. You'll get one. You need 96. You will need 96 shards to max out each one, right? And to fuse them, all the fuses take 5 and 5. So you usually need about 480 of each of you'll need 480 uncommon combat attributes and 480 common attributes to fuse them together to get 96. So that's kind of similar to all of them. You need 96 shards basically complete it. So, and with fusion they all take 5 each. So the second one is the quake one. You craft it similar to the flash one. Instead you need an uncommon combat shard and fuse it with a rare combat attribute, right? Then with bolt is kind of the same. You need a rare shard and rare combat shard and fuse it with an epic shard. And the final one is arrow, which they all give +1 strength, so they each at max level they give 10. For this one you needed to fuse an epic combat shard with a legendary combat shard. So this one is most likely going to be one of the more expensive ones. You see it's a mil at the moment. Yeah, so it's kind of, those ones are kind of harder to get, but really worth it in my opinion. Especially if you're doing anything combat related like slayers, dungeons, you know, kind of everything in this game revolves around like more strength, right? It's kind of always handy to get. The second shard I think is really important in the combat aspect of it is the chill shard. These are pretty simple to get. Honestly, all you need to see Agatha there. You come to beside Nemo. You walk into this cave. You kill these chill blade guys, chill blades, or the chill shots. You make sure you're using your hunt axe. You just place down a black hole. Black hole will suck them in. You'll get the shard, as you see in chat right there. Reduce that shards. You have it here. Put it in, and yeah. So it gives you, what that gives is it gives more damage to skeleton mobs, which is really useful in dungeons, right? A lot of these, like, you'll have those mods that are skeletons, just useful. You don't really need it. I just think it's kind of nice to get. They're really easy to farm as well, right? A lot of these spawn around here, you know, so it's like not bad to get, and they're not bad. They're like 17k into buy. You can always just farm them as well, make some tiny bit of cash if like you're new to the game, right? Attribute farming is really good for money at the moment because everyone wants to buy them. So yeah, easy way to get it. Just make sure you come to Nemo. You just hit them with the hunt axe, and then you will just place your black hole. It'll suck it in. Easy. You get the shard. And the other thing, you also get talisman from killing these guys, which is pretty nice. They're nothing, but it's nice to have, you know. Next up we have is the zombie soldier shard. This one is kind of a bit harder to get. If we have it here, right, 730k to insta buy, but this is really good, especially if you're doing dungeons or like even Rev Slayer. Even though Rev Slayers aren't that difficult, but this is more for dungeons, right? Do more damage against undead mobs. A lot of dungeons are just undead mobs. You want to just decide to do more damage, you know? Who doesn't want to do more damage? Pretty expensive to get, but it's pretty technically simple to get. All I need to go is to go into a dungeon, right? And just go around, and you just have to kill zombie knights or soldiers, commanders, or lords. But you have to make sure you're using salts. How to get salts is during the Lushlack collection. You can get this exalted Lushlack bonbon, right? Grants you 1% chance to charm the mobs you defeat and capture their shards. Not that really expensive to craft yourself, honestly. Lushlack is really, whatever you call it. The berries are really easy to get, right? You just go around right clicking the bushes. The only kind of pain thing to do is the sea pickles, getting the enchanted ones, which even then not that difficult. You just come down here, you see all these sea pickles, just punch them, you know. Oh, I'm dying. So yeah, that's how you get the zombie soldier shard. A lot of these shards outside of the game, like outside of the forging island, you need to use salts, or you can always use black holes. Kind of depends on what it is. We'll go over that now. So next one we can do is if we do warp howling or howling caves. The next one is the soul of the alpha shard. This is really nice, especially if you. This is only really useful if you have a grandma wolf pet, but everyone has that, right? So what it does, it increases your damage per combo you have. So at 50 combo, you get increased damage, right? Max level, I think you get 10 plus strength per combo. All you have to do is we'll find the soul of the alpha. Oh, this is really cool. No, not this one. I don't know where the souls of the alphas are. Let's kind of look for this now. Huh. Am I being a non right now? I don't know where the souls of the alphas are. But all you have to do, right, is you just kind of right click, like just hit them with your axe and place a black hole, right? See? Look at that. It will go in, usually. I don't think these ones can capture it. You can't really get anything from these ones. So all you have to do is find the soul of the alphas, and you just suck them in by using your axe, right? Pretty simple. I think that's really nice. The grandma wolf is always really nice to have. You're always going to have that. It's always going to happen when you be killing mobs, right? During combat. And it just gives extra magic fire. Now you're going to get extra damage, right? Really useful, really handy. It's not really necessary. Next one we got is the Bruiser shard. Bruiser shard is really nice, especially if you're doing if you're struggling with E-Man slayers, because this shard increases your damage to ender creatures, ender mobs, right? So we're just gonna go over here for a second, do some damage. You know how it is. So bruisers. So to get to the bruisers, you come to the dragon's nest, right? You come under here, right? Go through this teleport. I think you need combat 25 for this, by the way. I'm not 100% sure, or it's combat 20. You'll just have to check yourselves. You go in here, right? There's two ways of doing this. You could either use the salt method, which I wouldn't really recommend, unless you're if you're going around killing them anyway, like, because a lot of people just do this for money to get the summoning eyes. You could always just activate a salt and there's a chance you can get it. But if you want to just like fast grind this, what you do is just hit it, right, with your axe. I'm doing no damage. Let's just put on a damage set. Oh, server's kind of laggy. Oh, wow. Hit this guy low. Place a black hole. Right. Maybe, yeah, he'll get sucked in. And you will see we will get... If this will hurry up. We will get a Bruiser shard. Like we said, more damage to ender creatures. Really useful. Oh, wrong button. This is my first time getting one. So the next one to get, we're going to talk about, will be the... Don't know how to spell it. Don't know how to say it. If we do the hunting box, we will... Just gonna siphon all these first. Hunting box. It will be under the it's under the shulker family. It's called the hydrogen. It basically gives you better kata rewards. What you do need though is, we'll look it up actually. I'm being a bit slow at the moment. Okay, this server is too laggy. Yeah. DBZ hydrogen. We have a lot of these. We are looking for this one. This one's really nice. Increase the quality of the boss rewards in the catacombs. This is kind of difficult to get. You need the basically for this, you do need to fuse a shulker family shard with a wither shard. Wither shards, I don't think they're that bad to get. Honestly, they are pretty expensive. What you have to do is just go into catacombs, I think now, and it's the whole essence thing, right? The whole salts thing. You need to kill them. You have a 1% chance of getting it. It's kind of oh well. This is also really useful if you're doing dungeons, by the way. I didn't have this written down. Another really useful one is the Skeletor. Skeletor ones are also really handy. Your ranged weapons do more damage, right? Always nice. A lot of people use like a Juju bow or a Terminator. Really nice. Even a frozen cipher will actually work as well because it counts as a ranged weapon. So it maxes out at 25% extra damage on your ranged weapons, so it's really nice. Like, it's also really something you would want to get as well. Another one, and the final one I think is kind of worth it with combat at the moment, is the Barbarian Duke one. This one is going to be more of a pain to farm, right? Because there's two ways to get, like, there's three ways to getting it. The salts, as usual, with a lot of these mobs, you can use the salts. Another way is just doing Kudra. You have a chance of getting it, which is probably the easiest way to get it. Wow. This update makes this game... Oh my god, I'm so blind. Another way, and then the last way is, right, is by black holes, right? What I recommend you doing is, right, we'll kind of go to the mage boss, and hopefully the mage boss is here. It is, yeah. Basically, what you want to do is just kind of hype it down a bit, right, until it's low. Then place the black hole and then just hit it with your axe, right? Because your axe is not going to do any damage. You're not going to be meleeing this the whole time. So you want to first basically bring it down low, right? When it gets low, then hit it with your axe and then it will get sucked in. Pretty simple. It's that these are more of a pain in the ass ones to get. The Barbarian Duke Shard is kind of useful though because it does give melee damage. It's like the skeletal one, which increases range damage, but the Barbarian Duke one does give more melee damage, which is kind of handy for Slayers and everything else, you know? So like with Slayers, like with E-Man, with Blaze Slayer, you're mostly going to be using a melee weapon. So I would say it's kind of useful to get that as well. So those are kind of... So guys, those have kind of been the combat attributes that I think are more important. I'll leave down in the description below the Google sheet I was looking at to find all these. They were really helpful. I think his name is Georic. This guy, wow, he did so much work, putting effort in. I think there was a group of them that did it. It has all the attributes and some other stuff about the update, so make sure to leave it down below in the description. And please guys, if you made it this far, please leave a like and comment and subscribe. And if you enjoy the content, please let me know. I'll hopefully release the other ones for fishing, mining, farming, hunting and foraging in the next few days. I just didn't want a load of these videos to be extremely long because this video is already over 10 minutes, and if I did all of them together, it'd probably be like a 40-minute video. Bit too long for a lot of people. I know, I wouldn't watch a 40-minute Skyblock YouTube video. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. See yous.